Russell. I thought Lee Russell was going to be on this week. Nick, what happened to him?
Oh, well, I think it's something to do with some major chain.
I'm just saying anyway. we don't see Lee and Lee in this at the same time anymore, so maybe they're the same person now.
It's like somebody's transitioning every week to that. That's literally a stretch. Anyway, either YouTubers. I'm wearing green a couple of days late.
I'm not, but
because we're doing Irish beers in lieu of missing last week. Because I mean, we got kind of patriotic last week, wrapped up into that whole rigmarole, whatever. And this week, we always do a St. Patrick's Day episode, so we're a couple days late, and we're just going to do Irish style beers. Why not?
Yeah.
So you got me, you got Greg, you got Lady Lee. Let's walk around and take a look at who we got with us before we get down to the comments. Oh, Brandon wants to come on.
Let's get Brandon on here. All right, but no apologizing, Brandon. No matter what you do, you can't apologize
I'm sorry
for
all the time. Is there a new link? Yeah, he actually got a beer. Cool. Yeah,
and don't even think of apologizing for being late.
StreamYard needs a new link for every episode, so that should tell you that you would have. Click the old link, it would have taken you to the last episode. So,
while we're waiting for that, let's look at Bella.
We're gonna look at. Actually, we'll look at Lady Lee right now. I'm sure everybody wants to look at Bella. Hi. You puppy.
Well, Bella's more likely to show you her butthole.
It's not wrong. Hi, Lee. How you doing tonight?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Nice to have you on. Long time no see.
I'm back.
It's been a few weeks.
It has been.
Busy with your school.
Yeah, I was playing soccer as well. So unfortunately, every soccer game fell on the day of BYOBA101, so I wasn't able to join, unfortunately. But yeah, it also helped that I was in school and I was doing placement, community placement, and I'm doing real placement. Almost done though, so I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right, what's going on?
There he is.
We're in it.
So
your turn.
Beer.
Beer, yeah. What did you bring for a beer?
Okay, so
might as well. We'll come back circle back around for history.
Yeah.
The beer that I wanted was not there, so I had to grab a 4-pack, because it was either going to be Guinness or what was the other one? Harp.
Kilkenny.
Yeah, which was just like a basic lager, and I'm not too huge on basic lagers, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's just do the Kilkenny."
There we go.
So I have Kilkenny Irish cream ale. It has. I didn't realize it had the ball, but it has the ball in there.
It's got the ball.
This is pouring really smoothly. And one thing that always makes me very nervous when it says, I have it on the front side. Serve extra cold. Anytime your beer has to be extra cold to be drunk means that it probably is trying to hide a lot of the bad flavors. So
it's not wrong. I will say I see you've already got it poured anyway, right? Or is that something else?
It's a beer.
I was just gonna say
she got 4 of them.
Already, it pretty much poured. Yeah, I mean it pretty much pours exactly like Guinness. That's the same.
It does. I noticed that, but my glass wasn't big enough for the whole thing because this is a fucking tall ass can. I didn't realize how big the cans were.
What size of can is that? Is that the 440? Is that something bigger?
500 mils.
It just looks big.
It does look I think it's just tall. Yeah, they might be skinnier than the average. They're not thick. They're just tall.
Not stouty. It doesn't look girthy.
No.
Alrighty. Thank you, Lee. Let's go over to Greg. Speaking of slender.
Greg has hair right now. What is this? I don't know where this is going
to. Well, let's not go that far.
Well, that's not the
case. Not a lot of hair going on.
There's more hair in the palms.
Before I go on to my spiel, Brandon, do you have a fan or something going on near your microphone, or is that just your computer? Because there's like a fan noise going on.
Oh, you can hear that? That's just my computer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, nothing you can do about it. I thought you were had a fan right beside you.
No. PC. I'm surprised you can hear that though, because it's actually really quiet. I don't even.
Well, I mean, it either means your PC's really loud or your microphone's very sensitive. One or the other.
It must be really sensitive. Yeah, the computer's not really loud at all, but yeah, that's the fan that's on the computer.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
does everyone else hear that, or is it just you?
No, I don't. I think it's everyone. I don't think my hearing's supersonic.
You guys hear it?
I don't hear it.
You don't hear the just the humming?
It's definitely my computer, but my computer's so, like it's really quiet. Like I don't even hear it with my headset on here. Like I don't even.
Well,
hear
mute Brandon, then unmute him, and then. See, no noise now.
You don't
there
hear
it is.
now?
You're really being overly sensitive with this, Greg.
Are you?
All right, it's like splitting hairs. Okay,
no one else.
That was
okay.
That was an entertaining couple of minutes.
Well, apparently my $20 Amazon headphones are just so goddamn sensitive that it can pick up little noises. Anyways, we are sticking with the Irish, as we know. So instead of bringing a stout, I decided to bring a gimmicky Irish beer by, of course, GLB. It's a small brewery you probably never heard of. And it is their Paddy O'Beer Irish Red Ale that comes in at 4.7% ABV. Isn't that exciting?
You're exciting.
I am exciting. Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
Can I have like a written note that you address to my wife to let her know that?
All right. Okay. Now it doesn't look that bad. All right. We'll come back over here and introduce Brandon. Of course, we all know Brandon now. I mean, now we do.
We've heard of him.
Yeah, I did. All right. So, Brandon, how are you doing tonight? I'm surprised you're still awake.
Yeah, I know. I was actually going to crash early, but I had a couple drinks. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm up now. I got from Pump House. It's Fire Chief's Red Ale. Not really Irish, but it's a red ale. I almost got it was like a Madry exceptional thing I seen.
What?
It's called Madry Exceptional. It's made by Coors apparently, but it's like I don't know, it's like a Scottish red ale.
Never even heard of this one.
I know. I just seen it in like the airport liquor store. But I ended up
Madry, MADRI or something. That's that's like a Spanish lager or Portuguese lager or something.
Well, it says it's like British or something, but
British, Scottish. Yeah, it's all Irish.
It's all the
same.
It's all
it literally says El Alma de Madrid. Madrid's the capital of Spain. So
I don't have any experience really with any like red ales other than like I've had Rickard's Red like years ago a couple times, but that was it.
I have to take a moment to appreciate the fact that you brought a Spanish beer.
No, this isn't.
No,
I didn't bring it. I looked at one. I almost was
looking at it.
No, but it's not Spanish. It said it's It says,
I was laughing because I was going to be like, Madrid is Spanish.
No, it says United Kingdom. Yeah, no, it's brewed in the United Kingdom. The other one I almost bought. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's hilarious.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Brandon. Let's go over to moi, and you can only take one wild guess where I bought my beer. Brandon already knows because I told him to work.
It's a Moosehead, isn't it, Nick?
Yes, I went over to Moosehead yesterday afternoon. No, I did get something that is Irish. It happens to be dry, and it happens to be a stout.
Wow.
And what brewery is this from?
Hammond River.
Trailway. Go figure. Go figure I go buy a beer at Trailway. So this is...
I didn't even know you liked Trailway.
I don't know. I haven't had these guys in a long time. So
Nick goes to Trailway like every other week.
Yeah, I do. All right. So yes, I bought I bought two of these. I've had I'll get in my history in a little bit. This is a beer that they came in with a couple of years ago, I think. I'll have to look it up. Forget if it's 2 or 3 years. But yes, dry Irish stout. Why not? It's literally says Irish in the title. It's Irish enough. Okay, so let's I'm tempted to read the comments before we get down to the history. Does anybody support that?
Yeah, do it.
All right. So Lee Russell's in the chat saying checking for Irish. So far, nothing. I said just an Italian so far.
Half
Lady
Italian.
Lee had shown up. Half Italian, half British. Mamma mia, says Lee.
Basically Irish.
We got Rob Boulay is in the crowd. Cheers, Rob. He says he's Irish in the crowd. If we got an authentic Irish guy. So mighty tiny all-star, aka Lady Lee is saying, "Are you though?" I'm assuming that's Mr. Lee.
She sounds like she's challenging his Irishness.
Yeah. And Maxwell Star says, and now a Polish guy, aka Greg. So we're going live soon. That was before we went online. Rob Boulet says he's French and Irish. That's actually same background I've got. So,
wow, you're like the same person.
Not quite. Lee Russell says I'm a Leprosychon. Okay. Leprosychon. Yeah. I'm listening to stories, says Lady. Yeah, I think it's talking about. Was that something about the conversation we had about shoplifting before we started? Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
I know we got into this last time, but I just find it so strange that on my feed that I'm watching on my iPad, none of Lady Lee's comments make it through. It's like my YouTube does not approve of her.
Wow, or she's got you blocked.
Not good enough.
It could be that she has me blocked.
You're paying attention? Weird. Right. Brandon says, send me the link. We just did. Decided to come up. Thankfully, nitro kills most of the flavor when it comes to the Kilkenny. Lee Russell says, Tick guy is a computer running hot and loud. Go figure. Well, this is Brandon's 10-year-old gaming PC. So.
Yeah, she's way overdue. I've been just band-aiding it.
You guys should have top-of-the-line components that you steal from work all the time.
Yeah. I bought a Steam Deck to kind of hold me over a couple of years till I really caved to build a new one. But
all right. So what the hell are you doing, Greg? You get a Brandon apologizing for 3 hours again. Madry is not Scottish.
I'm sorry, Lee, for doing that.
Gotta go. Okay, cheers, Lee. Nice for having you come. I'm glad we had this chance to read the comments while you were still here.
There's good, sir.
So, all right. So let's circle back around and talk to Lady Lee and ask her what her history with Kilkenny is.
This is it. Today is the day. Ooh. I am drinking this for the first time.
You're popping your Kilkenny cherry.
I am. It is a first time for me.
You're popping your. I guess shouldn't say cherry. It should be you're popping your Kilkenny Nitro widget.
Jeez. All right, Nick, move on.
All right. Okay. So
have a Nitro widget. The thingy, Nitro thing.
Yeah, Guinness has got the Nitro widget. Yeah.
And I've had Guinness. You guys forced me to drink it last time.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying this specifically the Kilkenny one.
Yes. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I did Guinness on the weekend, actually. I haven't
it's
had
getting
one
weird and creepy now. Move on.
I had more than a few Guinnesses over the weekend. That's all I drank Saturday. All right, Greg.
I believe you, Nick. You know what? I've only had one actual real Guinness this St. Patrick's. We'll call it weekend because I didn't have it on St. Patrick's Day. No, I had one real Guinness on Sunday, and then all I drank on Monday was Guinness 0%. Because mainly because it's what I had in my fridge. I didn't feel like going out and buying Guinness. So I was like, this is close enough. Anyways,
you're close enough.
I mean, I am when you're in Toronto. Otherwise, I'm pretty far away.
That's true.
Now you're in are you in Alexandria right now?
Yep. I'm far away from you.
Yeah, that's very too far away. That's there's more chance that Dan's gonna go visit Jamie.
Yeah, and that won't even happen.
What if I promised you? Oh, I don't know. We're gonna say that right now.
I'll see you guys.
I promised you I hang out with my dad. I could take him to the bar.
Actually, I'm sure he probably has some really good stories, so that probably would be worth it.
You got retail shoplifting stories?
What?
Yeah, he was probably. I feel their dad was probably the shoplifter back in the old days.
My dad has done some pretty crazy shit.
Oh yeah, we've heard. Now you know, mention statute of limitations for prosecution are passed on any crimes he's committed over the years.
Nothing like that.
Statute of Ethan limitations.
He's done some great. He's been arrested. Well, he was arrested. It was he was promoting a show with Screaming Lord Sutch. So they rented a double-decker bus, and a bunch of strippers, and they all streaked in downtown. I think it was downtown London, to hand out flyers for the next show.
Oh wow!
So my dad got arrested for public indecency.
It's a shame that was before
somehow that makes sense in your family.
It's a shame it's before the time of cell phones, cameras. Otherwise, like I just be able to Google Robert Hardy penis and
I know.
I think we're just discovering now the kind of legal trouble that Lee's dad had to flee the country for.
Never had to flee the country. They were about to kick my mom out of the country, and so my parents got married so she wouldn't get deported because they had been dating for a while. So she's like, well, either we get married or I get kicked out. And then they moved to Canada anyway.
Oh, is she from your mom from London or?
My mom's from Italy.
Oh, okay, Italy. Sorry, yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Both my parents are not
weird.
from Canada.
It's weird. Her dad's English, her mom's Italian. Somehow she's native.
Okay. In Canada and had an anchor.
How did that work? Oh, not me, just my sister.
Oh yeah, that's right. Just your sister's native. You turned out white. She turned out native.
Oh yeah, your native sister. She's adopted, right? No, she's native. Yeah, native to England, maybe. All right, so
native to being a bitch.
Jesus. All right. Okay, Greg. Right. Let's get back to
no one's disagreeing with me.
So. What's your history with?
Well, that's like my. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead, Brandon.
No.
Do you have a bitchy sister too?
I did like one of those like DNA tests a few years ago with 23andMe, and it's like, I was adopted when I was a baby, so like my parents that raised me were my parents. Like that's all I ever known because I was a baby, but they weren't my biological parents. But I did one of these DNA tests, and I'm basically like I'm like a mixture of like 100 things all over the world. It's like, it's kind of funny. Yeah.
So like a bunch of dudes just came into a jar. And
it's like my parents traveled.
Brandon's a bukkake baby.
Oh, it's kind of funny because like some of my friends did it and they're like, yeah, I have like 3 or 4 things. I'm like 50 things. It's like it's like a big wheel, and it's like mine's like a friggin' rainbow. It's like all over the place.
We'll keep on turning.
British, Irish,
Brandon, keep on burning.
It's like even like Spanish Portuguese. It's like 4% like Spanish Portuguese or something. It's like crazy.
Right.
Anyway,
right.
Yeah, sorry.
So going back to Greg.
As far as I know, I'm just plain old Polish, but who knows? Who knows? I'm probably got some Russian in me at some point. So
yeah.
Anyways,
anyway, let's get back to rushing through the chat.
So my history with this, I'll make it quick. I've had it once before, according to Untapped, on March 17th, 2023. So 2 years ago, I had this probably, and considering I'm not a big red ale fan, I probably can't imagine I bought it again since then because it's not really usually something I go for. So yeah, that's my history. I've had it once before. If you want, I can go point by point through my history of GLB if you'd like, but I don't know. At some point, some of you guys need to go to it. I've been there before. We even went there with Broken Rib Carrie, and that was something. Wow.
That was that's when he was still coming on the show.
Oh, that was way before he found his new profession in life. Yes, Nick. You were there. You were there too, Nick.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. That was the day that I was right after Carrie had the broken rib.
Yeah, he was there with a broken rib, which he was kind of a grumpy motherfucker, but considering he was sitting there with a broken rib, I kind of give him credit for that because it's like, yeah, I'd be grumpy too if I had a broken rib. So
wouldn't it be nice if we made plans to have a get together at some point this summer?
We should. If only somebody would tell us a weekend that or a week that works.
It makes no difference for me right now.
Greg's available anytime, most of the time. Especially since I was probably going to get guilted into going to the U.S. this year, and that's not going to happen. So,
all right. So
I'll have extra time.
Yeah, I'd like to meet everyone for a day, like friggin' the weekend that me and Nick are on
only
call.
A day, but after a day, you're like, I'm done. All right.
No, weekend that me and Nick are on call.
Yeah, that would have to happen if anybody ever came here again, because no way work would let us leave together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, there'd be all sorts of rumors.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, let's go over to Brandon, and he can tell us about his history with this beer. I'm going to assume. Maybe you've had.
I have no history with red ales at all, really, other than I've had a few records reds years and years ago, probably 10, 15 years ago. But it's this one's again the Pump House Fire Chiefs Red Ale. And I really don't know much what to say because I don't have anything really to compare it to because I don't even remember the last ones that I had, which was only Rickards anyway. But I mean, I don't mind it at all. I'd probably buy it again. It's
just your history.
Yeah.
Oh, get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, give me your, we can talk about your thoughts in the beer after.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't have really any history with this at all. This is the first time for this one.
So we're literally witnessing
red ales. I've only
witnessing your history.
Yeah.
That beer though, I go back with that one. I'll get into that later.
You've had this one?
Okay. Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah. I actually like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Right.
Anything you can drink, Nick has drank more of.
You know what?
I've had a few before.
Very experienced. The mileage I have in my liver. So Trailway's dry Irish stout. I don't have to really get into my experience with Trailway. I've had lots of Trailway. I've had most of the beers that they've probably released at this point. Although I noticed today that they had a Baltic Porter that I need to try on tap there, so I might have to get a growler because it's not canned. That said, dry Irish stout from Trailway was released last year, and of course I had to go out and buy it. I probably had some in the trunk of the car at the time, and I was talking to Brandon about it. And hey, Brandon, I just picked up some beers at Trailway on my lunch break and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, every other week there.
So, it's a 4.8% ABV. So I forget Guinness is 4.2, isn't it? So this is maybe a little bit heavier than Guinness.
I thought it was 4.4, but.
I think
maybe it's that's what I'm thinking. It's 44. Yeah.
Why don't I just go grab an empty Guinness can from the.
There you go. You can tell us
4.2% in the regular Guinness because I drank I've had 10 of these in the last week.
I'll be back
so
in
that
a couple minutes.
That means you got 2 more left, Nick. All right.
Yes, I technically have 2 left.
Can you hear me now?
All right.
Yes, we can hear you.
So let's go back to the comments.
Yeah, we can hear you.
None of why is he going to have a pee online?
Yeah, I think he's going to go pee and he wants to make sure we can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Don't cross the streams, Brandon.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, he's sitting down. It's a lot quieter.
No, he can't hear you.
You can't? Oh, yeah. I don't know why my headset's not muting. It's the button's not muting here. So I can manually mute it from here, can I?
As long as you wash your hands.
I can manually mute it here.
It's fine if you don't pee.
Greg says that it's just a full flap of skin, so it's overrated. Washing your hands is overrated.
It's just skin.
Yet he's showers twice a day. No, that's Lee. Showers twice a day.
That's Lee.
So the other Lee.
Nick, you don't want to be trying to shame people for hygiene. It's not a good look.
Well, I'm shaming you for not having any hygiene when it comes to your hands after taking a pee.
I do wash my hands after peeing. I'm just saying you don't have to because all you're doing is touching your penis, and your penis should be the cleanest part of your body.
That's fair. I'm I fully support washing my hands unless I pee freely, just.
Most of the time I don't get pee on my hands when I pee, so it's I just touch my penis, so it's like
you're touching your dick.
My goodness, just wash your fucking hands after you use the washroom. It's not just the penis thing; it's everything else you touch in the fucking washroom.
Exactly.
It's all
That's
disgusting.
true. That's true.
In a public bathroom,
it's definitely true.
That was the middle of the night. I'll just flop it out and just have a pee freely or something like that. And yeah, there we go. Rob Boulay says, "Nasty. Just wash those hands. Gotta wash your hands. Get under your fingernails whenever you wash your. You just wonder why my hands are all dried out, but it's because I wash my hands.
You should wash your hands before you touch your penis because your hands are already dirtier before you're touching your junk.
You can wash your penis too.
You should wash your penis. That would probably be good.
And your butthole. Make sure you scrub that thing to food grade standards after you have a shit.
Well, unless you have a bidet, it might be kind of awkward to wash your butthole in the sink.
Yeah, it would be actually. But it wouldn't stop some people from trying.
Anyway, we're doing a great job.
This is really entertaining content. We've lost 4 viewers, by the way. So
we only had 4 viewers. What the fuck?
We had 6 at one point. And then you're like, yeah, there's just well, okay, they tuned right out. Maybe it was.
All I can tell you is if you've never witnessed an argument late at night on a Saturday between Drunk Lee and Drunk Nick over bar of soap versus washcloth, you haven't lived.
Oh, we do have some entertaining conversations that turn into strangely inconvenient debates.
Because we're men and we don't know any better.
We're waiting for Brandon to come back. He's taking so long because he's taking the time to wash his hands.
Well, he's a good lad there.
There's no recording of that.
No recording of this. The argument between me and Lee.
No, Rob. We'd never record those because those are Saturday night hangouts. But however, you're welcome to join Saturday night.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I just realized that with this Stream Deck site that my mic mute button doesn't work.
Oh, what are you using your Stream Deck right now for this?
No. I mean, normally I mute my mic.
Oh, for your headset.
But for some reason, this site, StreamYard, I mean, this site that you're using doesn't acknowledge it for some reason. Because when I muted my mic was muted, but you guys could still hear me. When I said can you still hear me? That was weird. I had to actually go
probably
physically.
Because it's picking up your computer, not your headphones.
What? No. Well,
okay, so sometimes what happens is StreamYard doesn't use the proper settings, so it just.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's not acknowledging. When I hit the mute on my mic, for some reason on my mic still.
You've only got one head. You just have the microphone in your headset, right? You got a desktop PC. You've only got one microphone input, I think, right?
It's USB. It's wireless right now. Wireless for USB. My headset, but anyway, it's weird because when I mute my mic, I'll mute it.
Text report.
Right now, I'm muted. You can still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for some reason, this site doesn't acknowledge it, but
we heard you in the distance before.
Yeah, we could hear you all the way in the bathroom washing your hands.
We heard you in the distance. It wasn't close.
No, we didn't hear. I didn't hear any bathroom. And clearly, I've got the most sensitive headphones here.
So even when I muted on here, you can still hear me?
We could hear you, but not through the headset. We heard you. You were way out in the distance and faint. So I don't think your microphone is set to your headset's microphone.
Oh, hey, didn't I just say that?
It's gonna be
pretty much what Lee said.
It's gonna be.
Why does nobody listen to the lady in the chat?
That's right.
All right, I'm confused.
It's almost like men should listen when the women are talking.
Okay, maybe that's what Greg was talking about earlier. He could hear computers. Maybe
it was Lee. not Greg. It was Lee. Lee's the one who helped you.
No, but maybe you heard earlier. All right, one sec. I have another external mic, but I don't.
Brandon's just trying to focus on Dixon Cider.
Now,
yeah.
Oh no, but my other mic for my computer isn't even plugged in. So I was like, maybe my external mic. No, I have no other mics here.
Well, Brandon figures this out. Should we move on while Brandon figures this out?
No, I don't.
Should you put in a ticket? Do you want me to connect in and?
But you guys just heard me wash my hands the whole time.
No.
No. Nick's just fucking with you. We didn't hear that.
Okay. All right. We're all good.
Nick, we don't want him to apologize.
No, I'm not like that. No, I'm done with that. I'll go there again.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
That's not me. That's not.
Anyways, what is the next? Are we on reviews?
I got a little extra wasted that night. I don't know. I was just not myself that night. On top of that,
really,
my mind.
You're more yourself than any other time. Alrighty, so let's flip through here and might as well go to some thoughts. Hey Lee, tell us about your beer.
Tell us your thoughts. Just general thoughts.
It is it's not anything special. It's a very basic tasting beer. There's nothing about it that is standoutish, but on the same side, there's nothing about it that's nasty. So it's a very decent middle of the ground beer that you can enjoy as a maintenance beer type thing. It's not harsh in any flavors, so there's no chances of heartburn, which is nice because I know I have that issue. Even though it is starting to warm up. It isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like I was really worried. Like Canadian, it's like 2 minutes if you don't drink it. It tastes like fucking ass. Oh. Like it is the worst thing.
Even out of the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Even at the freezer, it tastes like ass.
Like they're designed to shotgun and that's it. Like they're not designed. They're designed to get drunk. Like those beers are fucking nasty. But this one has that like little bit of that malty taste, and it doesn't have too much of an aftertaste either. It's not sweet at all. It's more of a bitter beer. So yeah, like I said, it's just very middle ground. Like there's nothing about it that stands out, but there's nothing about it that throws me off. So I am not hating it. Style wise, for like a cream ale, I guess Irish cream ale, but tastes like cream ale that I've had before. It just doesn't have as strong of profile like taste to it. But I'd still say like it's an 8. Like it's got the malty taste to it. And it's not offensive. I haven't had too many cream ales, so I can't pinpoint it too much, but I would say it's up there. I would say 8.5. Actually, fuck it, 8.5. Let's give it a better than an A. Personal preference. I haven't trouble swallowing. I have a sore throat right now.
Jamie, that's your sound clip.
Yeah, thanks.
Knew that was coming.
You guys are so funny. That's how I ended up with this pearl necklace.
Yeah, so I remember when you came on, I was trying to compliment you on your pearl necklace. You was like, "Oh, Greg's not here. I can't make that joke."
Personal preference, I'm going to go 6.5. It is a bit of a boring beer. It's nothing that I would be like, I'm going to go buy this out of my way. But if someone offered it to me, I wouldn't be upset that they offered it to me. I'd totally drink it. But like I said, it's nothing special. There's nothing about it that would attract me to it. There's nothing about it that deters me from it. It's just right in the middle.
All right. Sounds good. Now, which can is that? Like, which is that number 2 or the first one?
I'm drinking really slow. I can't swallow right now. Like I'm having a hard time swallowing.
All right, Jamie, there you go.
There you go. It's going down slowly. All right, thank you.
We need to give Jamie
better, worse than facts.
Doesn't get you drunk as fast.
He enjoyed the facts. He's on Team Greg.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind a facts for if I'm gonna have a hobo beer. A facts is not a bad way to go.
I'm honestly surprised. Like I'm on the side of the crest versus facts, but I don't say surprised because it's such a high content of alcohol. Where like a 5% Canadian, I could never drink, but a 10% crest, I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah, both facts and crest are better than Molson Canadian at the 100%. Both more drinkable, both get drunk faster. So yeah, 100%.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. So. Thanks, Lee. Let's move on to the to Greg, and he can tell us a bit of beer he had.
I will tell you. I'm also having a juicy ass because this show's going slow, and I don't want to. I got this much left of it. I am slow. That's what my teachers always said. Miss Hardy.
The ones that always anyway. Back in grade.
Calling me out. Called out.
Well, then again, if I had Lady Lee as a teacher, I'd want to be held back. It's like, what? Why do you have a 28-year-old grade 1 student? He just will never pass. Anyways,
he keeps getting erections in class, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, you took it too far, Nick. Or maybe not far enough. I don't know. Let's see where we go with this.
So, I'm just gonna
calm down, sir.
I just got a comment from somebody, and I have to say it because I think it's hilarious. I made the comment about saying how Canadian tastes like ass, and someone said, "No, not ass. Ass tastes good. Don't talk down ass."
Oh, is that like a private message or something? It's not.
Yeah. That's a private message I got. Yeah.
Hey, clean ass is very tasty.
That was the best response. That was great. That was great. Sorry, Greg. Right. I just had to interrupt you for that one.
Here, this is for Jamie. I expect that gift tomorrow, Jamie. Anyways, now that you guys know where my tongue has been, let's see what it thinks of this beer. So, you got your various red ales.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, well, after sex, do I wash my hands? Sometimes, not always, because sometimes I like the smell of my fingers for a while. Now you know.
Jesus. What kind of conversation are we having right now?
I have no idea anymore.
Friends, watch.
This went downhill a while ago. So,
anyways,
this went downhill after Brandon went for a piss.
I blame Brandon for everything. Yep. Anyways, beer review. So you got your various amber/red ales, whatever. You got the one. My preference are the American red ales. Those are the ones that are nice and hoppy. They're basically red IPAs. You got your regular old ambers, too sweet, not really my thing. Hey, you got this Irish red ale. Oh, pardon me, I'm very gassy. Burped up a burger I had earlier today.
Gassy.
I am very gassy. I just said that. So I like Irish red ales because they're kind of dry, but they don't. They're not as hoppy as I'd like in a red ale, but that's the style. So I mean, it's not surprising. So
not surprising.
This one actually is like a little hoppy that I'm having, but yeah. Sorry.
All right, Brandon. Well, you wait for your review, mister. My review right now. Okay. Anyways, although I'll make it quick because I don't have that much to say about this beer. It's an Irish red ale. It's a good one. It's not a style I gravitate towards, so I don't have a ton to compare it to. As an Irish red ale, I'm going to say it's pretty good, so I'm going to give it an 8.5. Personal preference, it is not quite that good for me because I just wouldn't really prefer to drink this if there were other options, although I'd have no issue drinking it if I went to Nick's house and this is, for whatever reason, Nick's fridge was full of this and Nick offered me one of these, I'd be like, sure, Nick, let's crack open a few of these and enjoy them. And then 12 hours later, we're really drunk and not washing our hands. So anyways, I give it a 7 for personal preference. I like it. It's fine. It's not something I would go out of my way to really buy again, but I don't really have any complaints about it other than I just would rather something hoppier, but that's just generally the Greg lifestyle. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Greg. What did you say for the rating for the style again?
I said 8.5 for the style and then a 7 for personal preference. And for whatever reason that triggered Siri. Go away, Siri. Go away. Go away. No, I don't need you to do a Google search. Get off.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Let's go over to Brandon now, and you can tell us about his. Now it's your turn, so you can talk to us about Pump House.
Fire Chiefs red ale. I don't have any experience with red ales other than like 10 years ago. I had a few Rickards Reds, but I was very drunk, so I don't even really remember them. But
you remember the first one, probably.
I actually like it, and it's a little hoppy. I find it tastes like it's got a little bit of fruity taste, but like it's really subtle. Like it's hard to really describe. I really don't even know what type of fruits would be, but I get a little bit of fruitiness, and it's little hoppy, but not like an IPA, obviously. But it's I don't know. I don't really have too much of a description because I've never really had too many of them. But
like caramel and stuff like that.
It's I don't know. It's really like if it tastes light and smooth for a red like. I mean, I can't compare it to too many red ales, but it's to me it feels really light, kind of thin, not like a thick. Like I know a couple of my friends who drink different red ales that are a little thicker. This one's, but I don't know. Yeah, that's it really.
Light bodied. Light body, do you feel?
I'm a noob here. Yeah,
it's all right.
Stop apologizing.
It seems really thin and light. Yeah, it seems it goes down for me like a light beer kind of, but it's
I mean, we're basically all amateurs here anyway. I mean, except for Lady Lee, but nobody listens to her.
No,
so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really
She's professional at putting up with us. All right. So what do you give for ratings there, Brandon?
I give it, well, I give it an 8 out of 10, but again, it's hard to justify because I mean I don't have much experience with red ales anyway, but I like it. Like
it's just personal. You're basing it off your experience, so it's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah,
perfectly acceptable.
Oh yeah, like if you never had it before and you haven't had many red ales, I mean, really,
good. I would actually wish I had bought like 2 more. I would drink 2 more in a minute here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you like Rickard's Red, you'd like that one for sure.
And I don't really like Rickard's Red. As I say, like I was really drunk and someone just gave them to me. I feel like
try Picaroon's Irish Red next time you're out.
I will actually. Yeah, actually gonna try some more reds because this actually is good. I like it.
Yeah, and that was, as I was saying, like I go way back with that beer because back when I first got into craft beer, that was the first actual craft beer I ever had.
Oh, really? The pump?
Yeah. One? So we're going back 18 years.
Fire Chief. Yeah.
Yeah. 2007. That's the first time I ever had Pump House Fire Chief, and that's cool. Shit, I was younger than you were.
Yeah. Yeah.
2007. Yeah.
I was in high school.
that was probably around the time Brandon got conceived by like 100 fathers.
Yeah.
Like I graduated in 09, so yeah.
You're like 16.
Yeah.
God, I feel old. That was like the summer I came home from living out west, and like I had gotten in drinking Guinness when I was out west, and when I came home, somebody suggested I try this stuff from a brewery in Moncton, which is the Pump House, and Fire Chief was the first one I had, and then there was a couple others they had. There was like Pump House Cadian and Pump House Blueberry.
I know it's been popular for a while, but
yeah, Pump House has been open since I think the mid '90s or no late '90s. Really? I think it was 99 is I think when they.
I didn't think it was that.
I think they released like a 20th anniversary beer in
for the Y2K.
That's cool.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah.
Or is it 20?
Good old Y2K.
I know they had some kind of anniversary beer from when they launched. I can find it, but I've got a history I wrote on the brewery one time when we did a BA101 on craft beer.
I didn't realize they were that. I know their food's really good. Like I hear from a lot of people that like they've like good.
I haven't had their food in ages, but I remember it being really good the time I went.
I know back in like 10 years ago type thing, it was kind of like a fancier spot to go to.
And it was pretty affordable at the time that I went.
Yeah, nice.
It was like $5 pints or something. Or less, but that was like 12 years ago. Yeah. All right, so thank you for that one there, Brandon. Let's who's next? Oh shit, it's me. Hey, I get to talk finally. Yeah, so I unlike Lady Lee, this is my second can of this beer. I just poured it, so I'm just working my way through it now.
Are you saying you're a better alcoholic than she is?
Yes, I'm just saying my throat doesn't hurt as much. Okay, so this one here.
There you go, Jamie.
They're marketing this as a dry Irish stout, so they're kind of trying to have this thing compete with like the likes of Guinness or Murphy's. I will tell you, this thing has way more flavor and it's way more punch in your face with that flavor than those beers. This is a really dark, really roasty tasting stout. It's like dark, roasty, got a nice tannin espresso. Tobacco tar, dark unsweetened chocolate, got a lingering roast and a hint of resin in the finish. Finish is fairly dry with the course of those lingering tasting notes. Makes you want to go back for the next sip. What it is not compared to Guinness is smooth. I feel like it's not rough, but I would love to be able to try someday a nitro version of this. Like put that you don't have to get the widget system that Guinness has. There's other like answers to the widget. I think.
Wait, you want that widget thingy?
Gidget, yeah. Well, there's other ones that have like a little disc at the bottom. It does the same thing. As soon as you open up the can, the pressure release causes the nitro disc to pop. Like Cobblestone from Mill Street's got it. I feel like Trailway, you could try investing in doing something like that, because it's not that I find this thing flat. I feel like it's a little on. It's not harsh or nothing. It's just a little. I feel I would love to try a nitro version of this.
Less than exceptional mouthfeel.
There you go. Yeah, we'll go with that. Maybe it's because I'm spoiled. Maybe it's because for St. Patrick's Day weekend, I drank like 10 cans of Guinness. It was a fun time, by the way. So yeah, it was always a fun time watching movies with Greg and Lee. So, but
never know what kind of shenanigans we'll get up to.
Exactly. Arguments about washing hands and shit, or buttholes. So
usually buttholes.
Yeah, I would say for an Irish dry stout, like I'm trying to think of what style they're kind of competing against. As far as flavor goes, I'm in fucking flavor country when it comes to this. Yeah, like if
fucking
you love
flavor country.
The flavors you typically associate with stouts, like I feel like Brandon and Lady Lee would probably hate this, but at the same time, I think this is like loaded with flavor. In that department, it's not as easy to drink as a Guinness, and I don't think I would be able to drink. I'm drinking a second can tonight, but I don't think that I could power through a bunch of these. Quite like Guinness is almost like drinking like water. I mean, it doesn't taste like water, but it's smooth and goes down super easy, velvety cream. Whereas this is not. That said, I'm still going to give it an 8 for the style. I would say that this would be even better with a nitro widget. Overall enjoyment, again, 8. If I was to just simply say the drinking experience based on a basic stout, instead of just ignoring the fact that it says dry Irish, then this is a fucking delicious stout. But at the same time, like, I mean, the body and the mouthfeel is spot on. It's nice, medium, thick body, not too thin. I just wish they would do something with the carbonation. Yeah, so I'm going to give it an 8 for the style, or 8 for overall enjoyment as well. But I know I'm not going to win tonight because it's the most stouting tasting stout of the whole group here. So going back to the comments, we got Rob saying ... Mm-hmm. That's about it. Calm down, sir. I think that was referring to something Greg was doing. Yeah, I suppose there's all that we really need to do at this point for our 4 remaining viewers is to talk about which beer we would have liked to have had. So let's go back over and ask Lady Lee. Hi, Lee.
So, I'm going to say right now, this is really obvious. Nick brought out a stout, so right away, I can't stand stouts. Then he said, like, the fucking cigarette taste. And that was like, I'm done.
Not enough, Rob.
That is like, if you ever want to ensure the driest of deserts, that is the way to get me there. So, no. I'm a little torn. I feel like Greg's beer and Brandon's beer are relatively the same.
Probably.
Like similar in taste and similar in that kind of stuff. And I feel like mine is like the same as well. So it's literally just like which red of something that you would rather try. I'm gonna have to say Greg's because he has the pool. So that is the tiebreaker. He will definitely pool.
As usual, pool wins.
Because I literally I don't hear any difference between Greg's and Brandon's. Like I think both of them would be relatively the same. Like I feel like all 3 of ours are relatively the same. Like
they're probably not
I know I'm not voting for Nick, but Nick's probably gonna win because everything else is literally like, okay, cool, we have 3 red beers that have similar fucking profile note tastes.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. But okay. All right. Thank you, Lee. Let's go over to Greg. Greg, hi. Of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you like to have tried after? Greg?
He's frozen.
I think Greg's internet shit to bed.
We lost Greg.
So let's go over to Brandon. And Brandon, of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you rather have had? Brandon?
Let's go back to me.
Wait.
That was I don't know why I didn't even click on anything. Okay.
No, sorry. My bad. I'm zoning out.
I see that.
Couple conversations going on. Sorry, my bad. I need to focus.
You're really focused there. It's like me trying to talk to you at work.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think what was Greg's again from? That was
Great Lakes Brewing's Patio Beer Irish Red.
Yeah, that one sounded good. I liked that one.
That one?
Yeah.
All right, so that's Brandon's vote. Fuck Rogers, he says. So Greg, you're the last one before me to vote. Which one would you rather have had?
Number one, don't get Rogers in it. It's a piece of shit. They're fucking taking them. This has been going on for a fucking month. They still haven't fixed the fucking problem. It's an area issue. Jesus. Whatever. Anyways, I'm on my phone now, so that's okay. Luckily, my Bell phone works perfectly fine. Get Bell. Bell Internet's good. At least seems to be. I will vote for pretty much the exact opposite reason of Lady Lee. Is Nick brought a stout to a fucking knife fight, and Nick's gonna win because I like stouts. So yeah, that sounds more interesting. I do agree with Lady Lee. I think you're probably splitting hairs in terms of the rest of our red ales. Well, I do know Kilkenny is different than it's a bit different because of the carbonation. I like that beer. I've had it many times, but yeah, me and Brandon's is probably splitting hairs. Red ales aren't all that different unless it's like a red IPA or something. But yeah, Nick's by far sounds the most interesting.
All right. Okay. So, Greg, we'll get into this in a second. I'm gonna say like which one of the beer. Well, I've got a choice between 3 red ales. 2 of them I've had already. So the answer's obvious.
Irish cream ale. Thank you very much.
Whatever. It's a nitro word. Anyway, so yes, I've had Kilkenny. I've had Fire Chief. Both of them very good beers, and I love them. And I was even thinking about buying some Kilkenny for tonight, but I decided against it. But yeah, Greg's the only one that actually says Irish in it. Nah, it's just because it's the only one I haven't had. So Greg is actually. I'm glad Greg's fixed his internet because he's actually the winner tonight.
Yes, and look, it's got this happy It's got this happy character on it. So it's good. It's a shame Dan couldn't be here tonight because. Shame Dan couldn't be here tonight because you know what? Maybe Dan would have won tonight, but looks like instead this fellow wins. Hi, everybody.
So, Greg, congratulations. You're officially the most Irish person tonight.
There we go. Thank you very much.
I most Irish in me.
Oh. So we also got a comment here from Rob saying, what's next week's beer? Feeling left without and parched. I haven't even decided what next week's beer is because I was kind of leaning towards just doing a hangout because I didn't know who's around. But if Lee and Rob were both around.
Rob, would you like to join? I don't know if you're still listening.
But then again, I still have a stout left over that we didn't do this week. So at some point we gotta do a stout night or a BYOB in general.
You know what? There's a stout
Why don't you
that I've been trying to try, and I just don't have a reason to try it. So if you want to do stouts next week, I will be willing. It's a small can.
So not a big commitment.
Let's do more stouts. Next week we're doing more stouts. I actually bought another stout tonight. That spoilers. But
there we go.
I gotta buy a different one.
And Rob, if you can get yourself a stout, I'm sure Lady Lee can recommend something for you.
Oh, he loves stouts.
Come on up.
Just that easy. All right, we will be back next week with stouts then. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching, which is solely basically Rob supporting his.
He's our number one fan as long as Lady Lee's on the show.
Yeah, as long as Lee's on the show.
Hey, we've had some number one fans of mine. They were just. Really
we should bring. We should also do an episode with Rob doing high gravity loggers, like
Rob at least. Well, I mean, I guess he gets whatever pictures he wants, but he's not just on here asking for pictures of your feet and offering to make you his second wife.
Yeah,
he's like, yay, Kermit arms when it comes to doing. Do it with the fax 10
suggestions.
I really do feel at some point, Nick, we got to do maybe a Crest versus Fax reanalysis.
Oh, I can't get Crest here. I can still get Fax
maybe a Fax 10, maybe just a Fax 10%. Has Brandon, have you ever had a Fax 10%?
Well, I would assume he is.
Have you ever had a Fax 10% beer?
Oh yeah. Jeez, I've had a few of those way back.
Oh, okay. So he's gotten drunk under a bridge before.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah, in Colt 45. Colt 45.
Yeah.
Back in like grade 10. Grade 10 and grade 11.
Yeah, Fax 10 is the official beer of homeless encampments everywhere. So it's
yeah.
Rob and I had a date night planned where we decided to get a bunch of beer. And so we're trying different things. And then I just saw that there was Fax 10% and like Crest side by side. And I decided, I was like, okay, let's do this. I need to have him be the tiebreaker of like which one's better.
It's not good, but I mean, I'll drink anything. Like when I'm in high school and my buddy, like out of all our friends, one of my friends has his first apartment and his fridge is just full of Colt 45s and Fax.
Hey.
It's like, actually, I'm not going to refuse one.
I actually like Fax 10. That's the weird thing. I don't have it very often, and it's way too fucking sweet.
I haven't I haven't had it in years. But
when I did my beer review of it, when I did my review of it,
we find a way to send a Crest to Nick.
A what?
Send one to me and Brandon.
I'm sure we could figure out a way to get it to him.
I can contribute with like partially doing it. I just can't fully commit on anything. So I'm very.
What is it, sir?
Even though I'm working full time, I'm not getting paid.
There's another beer up in Ontario that's similar to Fax called Crest.
Okay.
It's like British or something, isn't it?
That's funny.
Yeah. So
I don't mind them at all. Actually, I don't mind.
Sure, Pure Leisure will get
you can send it then.
Rob's gonna send us the beer and get it.
Yeah.
As much as I fucking hate Canada Post, they're the cheapest way to get stuff sent down there. But
it's like shipping lava lamps. I remember there used to be a thing like when you were shipping things across the border with Canada Post that you had to like, what? Okay, what's the box include? I was like, lava lamps or it's just like mason jars.
Well, or a hot sauce or whatever. Anything that has a breakable glass, like just it doesn't matter. Like, they don't check it. If it's not going to the US, they don't check it.
Yeah. Well, it used to be they didn't check it. Now they got a tariff everything. So, all right.
Well, they're not gonna tariff it going to New Brunswick.
Oh, Brandon's computer overheated. Okay, so we're gonna take this offline.
That's weird.
We're gonna go on Discord, but like if Lady Lee wants to send the Discord link to Rob, more than welcome to join.
Can you still hear me?
All right. Yes, we can.
Hello. Can you still hear me?
Fix your camera.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
You can't see me. That's weird. Well, yeah.
Hi guys.
Good night.
Bye.
I mean, I guess